Hey there, my amazing friends. I'm so thrilled that you're joining me today. I can't even tell you how much it means to me. If you're listening, I'm guessing you're one of those incredible people who's all about living a vibrant, healthy, and joyful life, especially as we embrace these wonderful middle years together. I've got a story to share that's straight from my heart, and I truly believe it's going to inspire you to add a little pep to your step, and maybe even a few extra years to your life. We're going to talk about how walking just 20 minutes a day can make a world of difference. And I'm so excited to chat about it, like we're sitting on my front porch, sipping tea and watching the sunset. So grab your coziest walking shoes, maybe a bottle of water, and let's take this journey together. I promise it's going to be a fun one. A few years ago, I found myself at a bit of a turning point, and I bet some of you might have been there too. I had just turned 58, and while I was feeling pretty good overall, I started noticing little things that made me pause. My energy wasn't what it used to be. I'd get winded just climbing the stairs in my bedroom after a long day, and my knees felt creaky after spending too much time sitting on the couch with a good book. I thought to myself, well, this must just be what getting older feels like, right? Maybe it's time to accept it. But then I had a heartwarming chat with my dear friend Margaret, a retired nurse from Ohio who's always been my go-to for wise advice. We were catching up over video call. She was sipping her chamomile tea, looking as radiant as ever, and I was munching on some homemade oatmeal cookies. And she said with her warm, knowing smile, "Sweetie, have you tried walking a little each day? It's done wonders for my heart, my mood, and even my spirit." That got me thinking. I decided to give it a try. Just 20 minutes a day, a simple stroll around my local park. And let me tell you, it was like flipping a switch on a whole new chapter of my life. I felt lighter, happier, and even my sleep improved. My golden retriever, Max, was over the moon too. He'd wag his tail so hard, I thought it might just fall off. That little walk became my daily reset, and I'm so excited to share how it can be yours too. Now, let's sprinkle in some science to give us that extra boost of confidence. Because I know you love a good fact to share at your next family barbecue or book club meeting. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has some incredible research on this that I think you'll find so encouraging. A 2021 report showed that getting just 150 minutes of moderate exercise a week, like walking, can lower your risk of heart disease by a whopping 30%. That's about 20 to 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and it's absolutely doable for us in our 50s and 60s. The CDC studied thousands of folks across the U.S., and they found that regular walking improves blood flow, strengthens your heart muscle, and even helps keep your blood pressure in check. Another study from the British Heart Foundation in 2020 followed over 10,000 adults over 55 and discovered that those who walked regularly had a 25% lower risk of heart attacks. Can you imagine? Just by putting one foot in front of the other, you're giving your heart a big, loving hug and adding years to your life in the process. The science doesn't stop there. A 2019 study from the University of Cambridge, published in The Lancet, followed over 36,000 people aged 40 to 69 and found that walking 20 minutes a day reduced the risk of early death by 16%. That's a big deal for us as we age. It means more time to make memories with your loved ones. Walking boosts circulation, lowers stress hormones like cortisol, and even helps with balance, which is so important to keep us steady on our feet as we get older. I know what some of you might be thinking. 20 minutes a day? I'm already juggling so much with grandkids, errands, and that knitting club I promised to join. And I totally get it. We're busy, and life doesn't slow down just because we're in our 50s or 60s. But here's the magic. I turned walking into a little daily adventure. Something I couldn't wait to do. I started walking in my local park, a gorgeous spot with towering oak trees, a little pond where ducks paddle around, and a winding path that feels like a mini escape from the hustle and bustle. I'd bring Max along, and we'd stop to say hi to neighbors, like Mrs. Carter, who always has a funny story about her mischievous cat, or just soak in the beauty of the flowers blooming in spring. Sometimes I'd pop in my earbuds and play some of my favorite tunes. Think Elvis Presley, the Eagles, or even little Simon and Garfunkel, and I'd find myself humming along, feeling like I was 30 again. You can make it your own too. Maybe there's a park near your house, or a quiet street with pretty gardens to admire. Why not invite a friend to join you or turn it into a game? Count the squirrels you spot, look for the prettiest leaves to press in a scrapbook, or even take a moment to breathe in the fresh air and listen to the birds. It's all about making it a joy, not a chore, and I promise it'll become something you look forward to every day. Let me tell you about my friend Paul from London. He's 62, a retired teacher, and one of the kindest souls I've ever met. Paul wasn't big on exercise a few years back, but when his doctor mentioned his cholesterol levels were creeping up, he decided to give walking a try. He started with just 20 minutes a day, walking through his neighborhood park with its little duck pond and willow trees. He told me, "I thought I'd get bored, but it's become my favorite part of the day. It's my time to think, to breathe, and just feel alive." Not only did his cholesterol drop, but he also lost a few pounds, and now he's the one chasing his grandkids around the yard instead of the other way around. He even started bringing a little notebook to jot down ideas for a memoir he's been wanting to write. Says the fresh air sparks his creativity. Then there's my neighbor Susan, a 58-year-old artist from California. She walks along the beach near her home, letting the sound of the waves wash away her stress. She says those walks clear her mind for painting, and her latest gallery show sold out. She swears it's because she's more rested and creative now. There's also John, a 65-year-old retiree from Texas, who walks around his ranch every morning. He says it's his moment of peace before he heads out fishing with his buddies, and his doctor told him at his last checkup that his heart health has improved so much. And let's not forget Mary from Maine. She's 60 and walks with her local walking group. She calls it her social hour and says she's made lifelong friends while getting healthier. Isn't that the best? These stories light me up because they show how a simple walk can bring so much health, happiness, and connection. Doesn't that make you want to give it a try? The science just keeps getting better, and I love sharing these nuggets with you because I know they'll inspire you as much as they inspire me. The American Heart Association's 2022 report added that regular walking can cut the risk of stroke by 20% in adults over 50. Picture this. Those 20 minutes could mean more years to travel with your spouse, plant that vegetable garden you've always wanted, or just sit on the porch with your grandkids, sharing stories and laughter. A 2020 study from the University of California, San Francisco, found that walking 20 minutes a day improved mood and reduced symptoms of anxiety in adults over 55 by 22%. So it's not just your body that benefits, but your spirit too. And if that's not enough, a 2018 study from the National Institute on Aging showed that regular walking can improve cognitive function, helping us stay sharp as we age. That means better memory for recalling your grandkids' birthdays or acing that Sunday crossword puzzle you love. Walking also helps with joint health, something I know many of us care about as we get older. A 2019 study from the Arthritis Foundation found that walking regularly reduced arthritis pain by 15% in adults over 50, and I can vouch for that. My knees feel so much better since I started walking every day. So, how did I make walking a habit I couldn't live without? I turned it into a celebration, and I had so much fun doing it. I set a goal to walk 20 minutes, 5 days a week, and I made it exciting by marking each day on a calendar with a little heart sticker. I know, I'm a bit silly, but it made me smile every time I added one. By the second week, I was already feeling stronger, and by the end of the first month, I was completely hooked. My husband, Tom, started joining me some days, and we'd laugh about old memories, like the time we got lost on a road trip in our 30s, and ended up at the best little diner in the middle of nowhere, or plan our next project, like repainting the guest room for when the grandkids come to visit. Sometimes we'd stop to pick a wildflower or two to press in a book, and it felt like we were making new memories with every step. You can do this too. Start with a small goal, maybe 3 days a week, and find a walking buddy to make it even more fun. Celebrate your progress with a little treat, like a new flower for your garden, a smoothie from that cafe you love, or even just a moment to sit and savor how good you feel. It's all about finding the joy in those steps, and I promise you'll start looking forward to it just like I do. Let me take you on a little virtual stroll through my park. It's one of my favorite places, and I wish you could be here with me to see it. Picture this. Tall oak trees with leaves rustling in the breeze, a soft carpet of grass that feels so good under your feet, and a little pond where the ducks paddle lazily, sometimes quacking at Max as he trots by. There's a wooden bench where Max and I sometimes rest, and I'll wave to Mr. Henderson, who's always feeding the ducks. He loves telling me about his latest fishing trip, and I swear he's got the best stories. The air smells fresh, maybe with a hint of blooming lilacs in the spring or crisp leaves in the fall, and I can hear kids laughing in the distance as they play on the swings. Sometimes I'll see a young couple walking hand in hand or a group of friends chatting away, and it reminds me how a park can bring people together. This is my daily reset. 20 minutes to breathe deeply, move my body, and feel alive. It's my time to let go of any worries, to feel the sun on my face, and to just be in the moment. You can find your own special spot, too. Maybe a trail near your house, a quiet street with charming houses, or even your backyard if that's what works for you. Make it yours with a favorite playlist. I love some Simon and Garfunkel, or the Beatles, or a podcast that makes you laugh. Maybe you'll listen to an audiobook. I've been loving some classic mysteries lately. Or just enjoy the sound of nature, like birds chirping or leaves crunching under your feet. Whatever you choose, make it a moment that's just for you, a little gift you give yourself every day. I've got more stories to share because I know how much you love hearing about real people just like us. My friend Emily, a 59-year-old librarian from New York, started walking in her local park after she noticed her energy dipping at work. She'd take her lunch break to stroll through Central Park, watching the squirrels and admiring the flowers. And she says it's like a mini vacation in the middle of her day. She's even started a walking club at her library. And now she's got a whole group of friends who join her. They chat about books, life, and everything in between. Then there's David, a 61-year-old retired firefighter from Colorado. He walks along a trail near his house with his dog Buddy and says it's helped him manage his blood sugar levels since he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. His doctor was amazed at his last checkup. His numbers are the best they've been in years. And I can't forget my pen pal Clara from England. She's 63 and walks along the cliffs near her seaside town. She sends me pictures of the ocean, and she says those walks make her feel connected to the world, like she's part of something bigger. These stories remind me that walking isn't just about health. It's about joy, connection, and rediscovering the little things that make life so sweet. I also turn to some experts to keep me inspired, because I love knowing we've got science and wisdom on our side. Dr. Walter Willett from Harvard, a renowned expert on nutrition and health, says walking is the perfect exercise for aging bodies. It's gentle on the joints and fantastic for your heart. His 2018 research, published in JAMA, showed that 150 minutes of weekly walking lowered the risk of cardiovascular issues by 31% in people over 50. That's us, and it's such a comforting thought. Dr. Helen Stokes-Lampard from the UK's Royal College of GPs agrees. Her 2020 study found that walking not only improves your mood, but also reduces arthritis pain, which so many of us deal with as we age. I've noticed my knees feel so much better since I started walking regularly, and I love winding down after my walk with a cup of herbal tea, maybe some peppermint or chamomile, and some soft music, like a little jazz or a classical piano. It sets me up for a restful night's sleep, and I wake up feeling ready to take on the day. Another expert, Dr. James Levine from the Mayo Clinic, has written about how walking can boost your metabolism and even help with weight management. His 2019 study showed that walking 20 minutes a day can burn an extra 100 calories, which adds up over time. These experts are like our personal coaches, cheering us on every step of the way, and I'm right here with them, rooting for you too. If you're ready to give this a go, let's make it super easy to start, because I want you to feel confident and excited. Begin with just 10 minutes a day if 20 feels like a lot. Maybe a quick loop around your block, and then build up as you feel stronger. Wear comfy shoes. Those sneakers you got for Christmas will do just fine. Bring a bottle of water, and go at your own pace. There's no rush at all. You can even keep a little journal to track how you feel. Maybe you'll notice you're sleeping better, or you have more energy to play with your grandkids, or even that your mood feels brighter. Share your journey with someone you love, your spouse, a friend, a neighbor, or even me in the comments below. I'd be so excited to hear how you're doing, and I'll be cheering you on every step of the way. The CDC says it's never too late to start. Even adults who began walking regularly at 60 saw amazing benefits, like lower blood pressure, better stamina, and even reduced risk of chronic diseases like diabetes. You've got this. And I'm so proud of you for even thinking about trying. This walking journey has been such a blessing for me, and I want you to feel that same spark of joy deep in your heart. Imagine having more energy to do the things you love. Whether it's tending to your roses, dancing at your grandson's graduation, baking cookies with your granddaughter, or just enjoying a quiet morning coffee with a clear mind. I've even noticed my skin looks brighter. Tom keeps saying I'm glowing, and I'm not arguing with him. A 2021 study from the University of Michigan found that walking improves skin health in adults over 55 by boosting circulation and helping with cell repair. It's like a little bonus for taking care of yourself. Walking has given me more than just health. It's given me moments of peace, laughter with loved ones, and a renewed sense of gratitude for this beautiful life. I feel more connected to the world around me, more present in the moment, and more hopeful about the years ahead. I've started noticing the little things again, like the way the sunlight filters through the leaves, or the sound of Max's happy barks as he chases a butterfly. It's reminded me that life is made up of these small, precious moments, and walking has given me the energy and clarity to savor them fully. So, let's make this a celebration of movement, my dear friends. Let's trade those sedentary moments for a gentle stroll, dreaming of all the adventures and memories we'll create in the years ahead. I'm absolutely bursting with excitement for you to try this and see how it transforms your days. Imagine the possibilities. More energy to take that trip you've been dreaming of, more stamina to keep up with your grandkids at the park, more clarity to write that memoir or start that hobby you've always wanted to try. Walking isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years, filling them with joy, laughter, and love. I'm so excited for you to experience that. And now, I'd love to hear from you, because you know I adore connecting with you all. This is my daily reset. What's yours? Is it a walk in the park, a new hobby, a chat with a loved one, or maybe something else that brings a smile to your face? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's lift each other up on this journey to healthier, happier lives. I can't wait to cheer you on. Here's to many more years of joy, laughter, and love ahead.